Hi there, Marika from Milano, Australia. Yesterday I did a video on the coronavirus. Seems to be that the coronavirus is on everyone's minds at the moment, and you definitely can't get a lot of toilet paper at the minute. But I don't see the relationship between coronavirus and toilet paper. But anyway, I think a lot of people are selling it at very high prices, and there's also things like water and other essentials that are being bought and shops have sold out. So I don't know why we're going hysterical, but the reason I did the video yesterday was to bring some calm. Let's get cautious but not panic. Okay, so microbes, what are they? Well, microbes are microorganisms, and the reason they're called microorganisms is because they're organisms that you need a microscope to actually see, because we can't see them with the naked eye. And I'm going to go on my board and quickly tick the things that we go alone on. They work alone or in colonies, okay? That's an important point. They can harm you or they can help you. So there's good bacteria, bad bacteria. Some things are designed to help us and some make us very sick. Okay, and microbes make up the largest number of living organisms on the planet. So there are not just millions of organisms, there are trillions of trillions of trillions of organisms. And the point is that we don't know how many microorganisms there are, because some of them are too small to see, and we just can't count how many there are. There are really small ones which go smaller than viruses, and they're called prions and virions. So I'll talk a bit about them later. Microbes can be both autotrophic, which means that they make food for themselves, or they can be heterotrophic, meaning they need to eat. So they eat other things. Okay, so we tick that off. I like to tick it off. We're moving quickly. A protozoa is an example of an amoeba that can go through their whole life. An amoeba can cruise through the water and actually stay alone its whole life. So that's a good example of a protozoa. Others, like fungi, they work in colonies. You know, mushrooms, they work in colonies and they help each other to survive and thrive. Okay, it's a good point of difference. There are differences between cells with a nucleus and ones that don't have an organised nucleus. Remember, biology at school, do you remember? Not treating you like you don't remember biology, but a lot of people don't remember biology or they don't enjoy biology. Hopefully from some of my videos you might enjoy a little bit about chemistry and biology. Let's hope. There are important differences, and they are: we can't exist, humans can't exist without a nucleus. It's in our DNA is in a cell. It's in the nucleus, but it's organised. And there are others which are called prokaryotes, or some people pronounce it prokaryotes. However you're taught, I was taught to pronounce prokaryotes. They're a cell. Prokaryotes, spelled it out for you. Most prokaryotes are bacteria, and some of them can actually do amazing things. So there's some bacteria, you remember some of the strains like lactobacillus, Schroeder strains in yogurt, probiotics, prebiotics, all those types of things. Loads of different strains that are actually really great for us. Great bacteria, and then there's not so good bacteria. Okay, so moving on. Gee whiz, we're going quick today. Okay, so we have a picture here. I don't know if you can see that. That's an eukaryote. So that's where the cell is organised. The nucleus is organised in the cell. Now, in a prokaryote cell, the DNA here is free. So the DNA is clumped but not organised, okay? So sometimes too with the prokaryotes, you'll notice that they don't have organelles, okay? Some don't. They have ribosomes but no chloroplasts, and you can see my notes up here. No mitochondria, no nucleus. Pretty much the prokaryotes have not much at all, but they can do amazing things. Okay, so basic biology, and the reason I'm going through this today is because of the coronavirus, and COVID-19 is on everyone's lips. So I want to talk about the types of microbes there are now. So the coronavirus is what you would call a zoonotic virus. It can be transmitted between people and animals. So we can actually pass it on to animals. And I have been reading on the World Health Organization website that there's no evidence to suggest that pets actually carry it as such and pass it on to humans. However, it can be passed on. Now, if you want to keep up to date with the World Health Organization, their dashboard is excellent. It's got great data, great statistics. It's got all of their press releases. It's got new information being added every day. There's lots of PDFs, infographics, online learning tools, videos, and special training for healthcare providers. So it's a great resource. www.who.int, World Health Organization, which is where I get all my data from. Now, there are the in what we're talking about with biology, microbes. Okay, one, we have viruses. They're very small. They can't reproduce on their own. They need a host. So there are there's three basic shapes. They are the smallest of what we know currently, apart from prions have just, well, not just recently, but in the not so distant past, prions have been discovered, and also virions. No working parts, no nuclei, no mitochondria, or ribosomes, and every virus does, however, have two basic parts, that is DNA or RNA. Do you remember what DNA is? Deoxyribonucleic acid, or RNA, ribonucleic acid, but never both, okay? That's 1 point to remember. Scientists discovered the smallest of microbes, prions and virions. They don't know a lot about that yet. There's still a lot of research being done into those. The basic shapes are helical virions, polyhedral and complex shapes. Some scientists actually suggest that they don't think that viruses are a living cell, but some scientists believe they are because of their replication ability when they're in a host. I'm not going to argue that point. I'm not going to push my opinion on people to sway you either way about whether you believe viruses are living or not. But even if you don't think they're a living cell, they cause a lot of problems when they actually enter a host. So whatever the scientists' opinions are, that's up to them. Now the second microbe that we'll talk about are bacteria. Heaps of strains of bacteria. A living creature found everywhere on the planet. We have them in our gut. They're in soil, in bread, yogurts, you name it. There's a lot of bacteria. It can breed very quickly. It can also make you very sick. Small single cells, their whole purpose is reproduction, so replication. Three basic shapes: spherical, rod and spiral. You've probably seen those and remember those from biology. They have no organelles, just ribosomes. They do all sorts of things like help plants. They help plants absorb nitrogen, and they also cause diseases, like some bacteria cause diseases like botulism, E. coli and tetanus. So when you look at that, we're getting well beyond the board there. There's heaps of good and bad things with bacteria. Protozoa, next category, protozoa, we have then fungi and then lichen. Now lichen, if you don't know what lichen is, it's fungi and algae together, kind of that type of thing. But I won't go into great details because I've got to get through a little bit more information, and I'm aware of people's time and watching my videos. Sometimes I'm a little bit longer than what people have got time for, so I want to try and wrap it up very quickly. Now, using hand sanitizers is a good part of your hygiene strategy, but not the total. So some people just use sanitizer all day, but it shouldn't be a total strategy for getting through the day to avoid microbes. So I'm just going to turn the board around, so bear with me for a tick. Okay, we're back again. So yesterday I spoke about good hand hygiene. Do you remember that? Good hand hygiene. When you're washing your hands, sing happy birthday to me or to you, get the webbing and the nails. Also good respiratory hygiene. And you can find lots of data and training on how to do good hand hygiene and good respiratory hygiene on the World Health Organization website. I ran through it a little bit yesterday, so you could always check that out. Now I've checked today, and the World Health Organization has released a lot of new infographics and sheets on training and things like that, so check that out. Also now, Milano, Australia, there's a lot of people who know us. We have an organic hand sanitizer. So what I want to talk to you right now about is our discount. Given the nature of the environment at the moment, with people being quite fearful, we don't want people to go out and buy up the supermarket of hand sanitizers. We don't want people to buy us out either. What we want to do is offer a 20% discount starting Friday, tomorrow, and it will run all weekend till Monday midnight. Now, the 20% special will include our 500 hand sanitizer, 500 ml, and our 50 ml hand sanitizer. So both of those will be available online for the discount. We won't be having a discount anywhere else except online, so it won't be at Salamanca. So if you do want to take advantage of the discount, get online and buy your sanitizer. Now, the benefits of having an organic sanitizer over an alcohol sanitizer, I'm just going to run through some of these now. One of the benefits of sanitizer is it does minimise and prevent infection, the risk of infection. It does kill bacteria and microbes, and it only prevents viruses. But there are loads and loads of alcohol sanitizers on the market. It's just a matter of looking at the ingredients and picking what you want. The government has legislated that all healthcare providers must use a sanitizer with 60% alcohol, no less. Now, the problem with that, I'm not going to argue with the government, and I'm not going to go down a line of conspiracy theories, but we as a business have done our research and discovered that there are essential oils and other ingredients or raw product that actually can prevent microbe breeding. Okay, so it's pathogen reducing. So as I said earlier, it doesn't kill, I'm trying to keep on track here, it doesn't kill viruses, but what it does is it stops it from replicating at a rapid rate. There are loads of alcohol-based sanitizers, and I speak to a lot of health professionals on a regular basis, surgeons, GPs, allied health professionals, nurses, doctors, other doctors, who else? Dentists and vets, and they are all concerned. The ones that I've spoken to have said that they're concerned about the amount of alcohol that people are putting on their skin all day long, and it's actually penetrating the layers of the skin, getting into the bloodstream. It's building up in the body's cells, and it's creating toxicity, and it's creating problems with the endocrine system, because a lot of the isopropyl alcohol or denatured alcohol that's used in sanitizers is actually what you would call an endocrine disruptor. And doctors are concerned that this is stopping the glandular function of the body. And so I actually have a lot of them that's spoken to me, and in their personal lives they actually buy our sanitizer, and they would prefer to use that because they know that at work they're not allowed to, so they would prefer to use it in their private time because they know of the health hazards of having sanitizers loaded with alcohol. And I'm not fear-mongering here, I'm just telling you these are the facts from doctors. I've also got a report that I'm going to share with you about the benefits of essential oils and plants. Now, the other substance that is in some sanitizers is called triclosan. Now, triclosan is banned by the American government, by the FDA actually, the Food and Drug Administration. They do not use it at all in America, and Japan has banned it. So why are we using it in Australia? A good question. Why? It should be banned because it has been known to create cancer within bodies. So why do we still use this substance? I ask you, I don't know. So we have produced a sanitizer, as I said, with aloe and 12 essential oils, and I'm going to tell you the benefits of that in a minute. But before I do, I just want to talk to you about the website where you can actually read the abstracts from scientists who do peer-reviewed research into plant medicine. Okay, so it's called www.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov.au. Now on there is one particular paper that I want to talk to you about, and it's about the antimicrobial properties of plant essential oils against human pathogens. Now, I'm just going to read a quote to you from this particular abstract. Now, I don't understand why we aren't using more essential oils and other things, because in a lot of pharmaceuticals, they use plants and herbs in their medicines. So why is it that people, poo-hoo natural therapies and poo-hoo essential oils? I don't understand. So the abstract says, and I quote, and I'm going to read the exact quote for you. Essential oils have great potential in the field of biomedicine. Biomedicine, wonderful, as they effectively destroy several fungal, bacterial, and prevent viral pathogens. The presence of different types of aldehydes, phenolics, terpenes, and other compounds means that they are effective against diverse range of pathogens, end quote. This is a scientist. Okay, essential oils are obtained from medical and aromatic plants, MAPS, medical and aromatic plants. And the abstract is lengthy and it's a good read, so have a look, see what you think. Make up your own mind. I'm just giving you the data. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I like to give you a balanced view of alternative, options for sanitisation. Okay, some companies, as I said, use triclosan, and I'm not sure if you're aware or if you read safety data sheets, but some of the companies, and I'm not going to name names and shame them, but some of the businesses and companies use compounds in their hand sanitizers which are tested on rabbits and rats, okay? Tested on rabbits and rats. Now, if you douse a rabbit or rat in sanitizer, I don't think it's going to be a very good result, and it's very cruel. That's just my opinion. Some people wouldn't care, but we are an animal cruelty-free company, and there are lots of people now who are moving down the line of animal cruelty-free. So just be aware of that. Also, when you read safety data sheets, you will find that a lot of the alcohol sanitizers are actually toxic to the waterways and environment. Some of the testing that's been done has found that it actually destroys some of the plant life and animal life in the water for up to 96 hours. It's toxic for 96 hours. That's a long time. Okay, 96 hours is a long time for something to create toxin in the environment. Okay, so do yourself a favour. Always look at safety data sheets, because that will give you the information, and particularly if you are sensitive to animal cruelty-free companies, you prefer to use them, it's up to you. I'm not telling you either way. It's just good to have that knowledge and good to go forth knowing that when you're using a product, one, it's not going to damage the environment, two, the waterways and create problems in our oceans, and three, they're not testing on animals, if that matters to you, because it matters to me. Okay, our products are all animal cruelty free, and I think that's just about it. Wow, we've ticked it all off. So now I just want to talk quickly about aloe. So aloe contains 75 what you will call active ingredients: vitamins, minerals, enzymes, saponins, amino acids, and naturally occurring salicylic acid, lignans, and sugars. Vitamins A, B12, C, E, folic acid, and choline are some of the vitamins. We also have some minerals like selenium, calcium, copper, manganese, magnesium, potassium, zinc, and sodium. So when you're looking at aloe, it contains a lot of great stuff. And recent studies have shown it contains a glycoprotein, which is an anti-allergen, and it has anti-allergen properties, and the compound for that is called alpragen. So that is an anti-allergy property. Okay, so there are people, a minority though, that might be allergic to aloe. I have come across people that are allergic to it, but the general population that don't have severe allergies tend to be okay with aloe. There's also anti-inflammatory activity of aloe called C-glucosyl chromone. So that's a really good thing to know. And there's also, I'm not sure if you've heard of them, but they're called anthraquinones. So there's 12 anthraquinones in aloe, and 2 of them are known to have antibacterial, antiviral properties, and also analgesic properties. So that's just aloe. That's just aloe in our product. There's also 12 other essential oils that do other great things as well, which contain heaps of other compounds, which are medicinal and aromatic plants. Okay, we've created a brilliant sanitizer. We love it. We've got a lot of healthcare professionals love it. What are you using on your skin? Now's a good time to ask yourself the question. Look out for the special tomorrow, discount coming tomorrow, 20% off our sanitizer. ending midnight Monday. Have a great afternoon. If you have any questions, please DM me or send me a text. I love questions and I'll always answer them wherever I can, or I'll direct you into the right place. Okay, take care. Bye for now.